Well, we just didn't have a band. Couldn't really play live with nobody. It was basically just me and Sean and a bunch of people who kept kicking in and out of the band.
Yeah, we'd get together with people for like a month and then like record a couple things, like, you know, just like in a day at a real cheap studio, and then decide that we couldn't deal with these people anymore. Like, whatever, get rid of them. And we just like put out a 7-inch. It was real cheap. I don't know, we used to find ways to just press up like 300 for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they were barely demos. We were like, oh, what the hell, let's make a record out of it. Someone's gonna buy it anyway, so who the fuck cares what it sounds like?
How easy or difficult was it to run your own label?
Oh god, it sucked running our own label.
Pain in the ass.
At the time, we didn't think about it that much, but man, I mean, we didn't even have money for subways. We used to walk to every record store, from like fucking Midnight Records to Bleecker Bob's to any little like basement shithole all over the East Village, just to like drop off records and try to like hope they would pay us one day. Everything was on consignment. Like, I don't know, it was a pain in the ass. I used to do mail orders, like, you know, $3 a record, wouldn't even break even, and like stand in line at the post office for hours.
Yeah, I mean, at best it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
The people that showed up seemed to know what they were getting into. It was usually whatever the local club sound man is, the guy that we gave a heart attack to.
Yeah.
Like, we would sound check, and he would stand there like, ah, ha, ha, very funny, let's do it for real this time. And we'd be like, that was for real.
Yeah, I was playing through a little blown out combo guitar amp because that was just all I could get a hold of at that time. That's the bass, by the way.
Welfare band.
In fact, you're quoted in the bio saying, I became obsessed with movies and television. That's real to me, not the world outside my door. How would you explain that?
Oh, I wouldn't. No, I don't know. Just, you know, I hate hanging out with most people, so if you watch TV, it's a lot more fun. All the people on TV and movies are a lot more interesting than people in real life, you know? You hang out with real people, it gets kind of boring.
Were you like that even as a kid?
Oh, yeah, that's where it started. So I don't actually remember having particularly any friends at all until I moved to New York. So, after 20 years without really having any friends, you know, you don't really need any.
You meet a lot of other people like that sort of just, you know, for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the electronic babysitter of the 50s, 60s, and early 70s.
Yeah, it was funny. I was hanging out with Phil from Pantera yesterday, and he's the same way. Seems like if he has to hang around someone for more than 5 minutes, he's like, get away from me. He just, you know, plugs himself into his VCR, and that's it. I mean, unless you had like really swinging parents and grew up in some cool place, if you're like the one weird guy in your school, you pretty much hate everyone, or they hate you. So after, you know, 12 years of school with everyone hating you, you don't even care, you know, you're just like, you know, fuck it. You do everything by yourself, and then you get, and someone described it as LSD, the lead singer disease, where every lead singer doesn't want to hang out with the rest of his band and he just wants to be left alone, you know. And when we get big enough, it'll be just like Axl. I'll have my own tour bus. I won't associate with the rest of the band.
Well, I mean, right now we're just staying on the road. I mean, that's...
Yeah, we gave up our apartment, so.
We don't have any bills to pay.
Yeah, we have no home.
I don't know.
Do you prefer that?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right now,
actually.
definitely.
it's sort of like you just have to know the situation and try to like capitalize off it without getting screwed by it.
Nobody's seen this for 100 years.